Hello friends, this is Smart Week. In today's episode, you'll find Microsoft going to war and intending to crush Google with the Chat GPT, the smartphone from Coca-Cola, which was a surprise for everyone. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra unpacked a week before the presentation. The updated Polestar 2 electric car got more powerful motors and increased range. The Vulcan-Centaur rocket arrived at Cape Canaveral for its debut flight, and SpaceX refueled the giant Starships ship for the first time ever. All this and more right now. Chug along. So we begin today's issue with Chat GPT, which has still been at the top of the news for months now. It has caused concern in just about every industry, including high school teachers who fear that students might use it to create homework. The problems with advanced text-based AI aren't just for high schools, however. Professors at the prestigious University of Pennsylvania Business School experimented and found that Chat GPT could pass the final exam of a core M.B.A. Of course, without any problem. Graduates of institutions trained in operations management or M.B.A. Programs work as middle or upper-level managers in government or municipal services. According to professors, artificial intelligence does remarkably well in basic operations management and produces process analyses, including those based on case studies. The instructor believes that Chat GPT will result in a grade of B2B. This is not the highest grade, but the exam is considered passed with this grade. The artificial intelligence bot has performed well in preparing legal documents. Some believe that the next generation of this technology may even pass the bar exam. Professors compared ChatGPT to the advent of electronic calculators. Before the advent of calculators and other computing devices, they said many firms hired hundreds of employees whose job it was to manually perform mathematical operations such as multiplication or matrix conversion. These tasks are now automated, and the value of the skills associated with them has been dramatically reduced. Likewise, any automation of the skills taught in the programs can potentially reduce the value of education. Microsoft said it is expanding its long-term partnership with OpenAI with a new multi-year, multi-billion-dollar investment. In doing so, it confirmed rumors that surfaced a few weeks ago about an impending $10 billion investment. We are moving forward. The Swedish electric car manufacturer Polestar has presented the updated Polestar 2 version for 2024, which is a new model. The driving range has increased from one battery charge, and a faster charging option has been added, along with additional equipment now included in the standard package. Despite the similarity to its predecessor, the Polestar 2 2024 has significant differences. The junior single-engine configuration now has a rear-wheel drive configuration instead of the front-wheel drive of the previous model. Also, its power has been increased from 231 to 299 horsepower. The electric car is driven by a new engine with permanent magnets and a new silicon carbide-based inverter. The full-wheel drive version of the Polestar 2 2024 with two engines also received a power increase from 408 to 421 horsepower. Also, the all-wheel drive version of the Polestar 2 2024 has shifted the torque ratio of the transmission and engine to the rear axle. And when all-wheel drive is not needed, the second engine can be disengaged to increase efficiency and range. The Polestar 2 2024 electric car is already available for pre-order in the US, where the single-engine model starts at $49,800 and the twin-engine model starts at $53,000. Meanwhile, the situation with the new Galaxy S23 Ultra has gotten out of control as the device has already been leaked in real photos and is being spread around a week before the official presentation. There are already many videos showing the new product in action. According to the videos, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra will be packaged in a compact box with a picture of the smartphone in corresponding colors. However, it is not certain that an adapter for charging will be included. Even the presence of a cable is questionable, as none of the videos show it. As expected, the Galaxy S23 Ultra has a similar appearance to its predecessor. The smartphone is equipped with a built-in stylus that hides on the bottom edge. The device has a rectangular body with slightly curved sides and a screen. On the back, there are protruding camera lenses. The presentation of Samsung's new product will take place on Wednesday, February 1st. Surprisingly, The first image of the smartphone from Coca-Cola has leaked online. Famous insider Ice Universe shared the first image of the smartphone called Cola Phone on his Twitter page. Technical information about the device is currently not available. However, according to the render, Cola Phone will be equipped with a dual rear camera with a LED flash. The back panel is, as expected, made in the company's signature red color with a large Coca-Cola logo. On the right side of the device, you can see the volume adjustment toggle. An insider noted that the company might be developing its first Coca-Cola phone in collaboration with one of the leading smartphone manufacturers. However, what this brand is remains unknown. In the comments section of the insider's tweet, subscribers speculated that their partner might be Realme or another Chinese brand. The Chinese state-owned shipbuilding corporation, CSSIC, has taken on the task of creating the largest and most powerful wind turbine ever built. The 268 team will be able to develop a peak power of 18 megawatts, and its three-blade rotor will have a diameter of a staggering 260 meters. The previous world leader in wind generators, Mingyang Smart Energy, uses 118-meter long blades to cover an area of 46,000 square meters. But in the new H268 Nebu turbine, the blade length is increased by 8.5 to 128 m, and the coverage area is increased by 15.2 to 53,000 meto with each rotation. The machine will generate 44.8 Q of power. The company creates the vast majority of components in its own factories to avoid supply chain problems. It has already built one of the giant Super Blade Plus wings for the H268 Nebu and uses a ginormous generator, gearbox, frame, and one of the largest bearings ever made by mankind. So what's Smart Week without space? The first rocket from the next generation, United Launch Alliance, has arrived at Cape Canaveral Cosmodrome in preparation for its debut flight. The Vulcan-Centaur variant will fly in the coming months with Peregrine, a private lunar landing module for Astrobotic, as well as 2 Amazon Keeper internet satellites on board and a special commercial payload. We know that some components of the Vulcan-Centaur rocket, including the boosters manufactured by Northrop Grumman, were delivered to us last year. This year, the remaining parts were delivered, including the main boosters and the upper stage. They traveled a distance of more than 1,800 miles by ship from the Alabama plant. The Vulcan-Centaur rocket will be 220 feet tall and will replace the working Atlas V and Delta, 4 rockets. It is designed for commercial and government missions. The upper stage of the Centaur V rocket will receive up to 6 solid-fueled engines. The first stage is equipped with 2 BE, 4 engines powered by methane and liquid oxygen built by Blue Origin. The Vulcan-Centaur rocket and its components will undergo inspections and tests on site at the planned launch location. The first mission is scheduled for the first quarter of this year. The perihelion landing module will carry 24 cargoes to the moon, including 11 for NASA, as part of the Commercial Lunar Payload Services project. SpaceX refueled its first fully completed spacecraft, Starship, on Monday, January 23, 2023. Marking an important step toward the first orbital flight of the spacecraft, Elon Musk's company held what it called a wet launch dress rehearsal with the 400-foot high spacecraft at its base in South Texas. This test included many of the procedures to be performed on the day of the actual launch, including fueling the first and upper stages with liquid oxygen and liquid methane fuel. The engines were not fired during the test, so the ship still has firing tests ahead of it. And the end. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more tech news, and don't forget about the like and subscribe.